revel in
Your
its
fate has
glory.
been
That
sealed.
is session 18.
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, the party had wrapped up some of their issues that they were having within the city of Zadash, including talking to some high-level magic casters, doing some investigative work around the city, finding small temples to gods not necessarily of the good alignment, and getting a little bit of extra work done here and there. As you've wrapped up the work in Zadash, you left rather quickly with the knowledge that the Cerberus Assembly was taking a special vested interest in the going on within the city, specifically with the explosion that had leveled multiple city blocks. Leaving the city in a sort of rapid pace, you traveled for most of a day, and as the sun began to set over the horizon, you were met with a welcoming sight. A
The house.
small cottage on the side of the road, large wraparound front porch, a couple of what looks to be benches outside for sitting and smoking and having a cup of coffee. And as you approach, you see that there is a currently lit fire, as there is smoke rising from the chimney.
Do I recognize this?
Oh, you do.
This looks like a nice place to rest. How long has it been since we've been walking?
It is. The sun is beginning to set. It's been a couple of hours. I forgot the exact time you left, but it is about time to go and take a long rest.
We should go and see who's home, and maybe we can find a place to sleep.
That might not be a bad idea. Yotev is tired anyway.
We don't know if anyone is inside. We should be cautious.
It wouldn't hurt to knock, would it?
Killian, we could just be friendly. Knock on the door, see who's there. If they want to keep themselves isolated, that is fine, but, you know.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you go.
I'm gonna walk ahead of the group and go to the door.
Okay.
Yotev is gonna follow Killian right behind.
I'll follow
go.
along with Yotev. Yeah.
Vartex will be in. Varnex will follow as well.
I'm just gonna gesture to the tent and be like, I mean, okay, I guess.
Made a
Zero
whole
sense
slew
why we
of-
would like try to go stay somewhere else when we have a magical tent, but that's cool, I guess.
Why
That's
set up a
fine.
tent if we have a cottage right here that we could stay in? It's a lot less effort, really.
It might be rude if we set up right near their house that we don't.
That's also true.
That's fine.
Yotev would not like to have a tent on his property, that's for sure.
I'll
So-
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Killian, you get to the door first. You're a good 10 feet ahead of everybody, 10 to 20 feet ahead of everybody else, as you sort of were the first one to make that move and made the distinction of wanting to be ahead of the group if at all possible. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point? As you sort of get to, we'll say you get to the wraparound porch, you haven't necessarily gone up or done anything yet.
Killian, for the first time, looks like unsure. The entire time that he's been with the group, or for the most part, has been very like, not like blank stare, but a stare of like kind of being objective based. And at this point, Killian's more of like standing there unknowing. I'm just gonna go for the door handle and try to open the door.
You do, and as you reach for the door handle, you hear a click. Like before your hand even touches the handle, you hear a click as if the door unlocked itself. So as you wrap your hand around the handle and begin to push, it swings open the front. The interior, the thing that you were met with, right across is a currently lit fireplace. A bearskin rug on the floor, a couple of chairs, a couch, there's a little sitting area in this main section. There's a stairwell off to your right, a bookshelf that wraps around the corner to your left, and a door, one door to your left, one door to the, sort of straight ahead off to the side of the fireplace, and a couple of plants here and there. But everything else seems empty at the moment.
Is anyone here?
We'll still have you roll for it. Make a perception check.
14 plus 8, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, 22.
Well, the 22. You hear what sounds almost like a wooden creak, but it's not just a singular one like someone stepped on something. It is a continuous creaking noise. Seems to be coming from upstairs.
I'm gonna look back at the group and just kind of shrug my shoulders. No one appears to be here, but I hear a noise.
Yotev will come up to the door, knock like a bit louder, and shout,
Hey, anyone home? You have some weary adventurers out there, seeing if there's any company needing hand.
just like really, really loud. It like the sound almost kind of like reverberates off of the walls.
Make a persuasion check, Yotev.
Sure, I can do that. Let's see. Actually, just gotta physically roll that. Persuasion. Am I am. 17.
17. You hear that noise stop as as it does, you hear what sounds like the shuffling of feet, and coming down the stairs is an old-looking woman, long gray hair, wearing what looks like white robes that go all the way past, or all the way down to the floor, to the point where she's like trailing it behind her, and you see she's slowly and quite laboriously making her way down the stairs one by one. She's as she's looking around, you let's see. Killian, since your passive perception is particularly good, you notice that she has entirely white eyes, implying that she cannot see. She's just slowly making her way down. And her head is turning, less like she's seeing something or looking around the room, more like she's listening for something. And as she gets to the bottom step, she just sort of puts her hand on this, the rounded sort of end of the staircase, listens out, and goes, "Is someone there?"
Yes.
A smile creaks across her face, and she goes, "Oh, well, come in, why don't you?" She slowly makes her way over, and you see she puts her hand on the back of a chair, guides herself around, and sits in the chair. With a wave of the hand, the fire seems to roar a bit more to life, grow in size, and give off more light and heat within the room. And she just sort of sits there, waiting for you, expectant.
I will sit down opposite of her.
I'll take it. How many seats are at the table?
There looks to be enough. There's 2 chairs and a couch across from the two chairs. She's placed herself in the chair closest to the fire.
I'll have a seat on the couch. Varnax will sit down on the couch.
You know what? Why don't I just... take you here?
Can
Loading
I-
Jeff, let's go.
I
Can
don't own a token.
Before I
Yeah, I also
enter
don't own
the
a
house,
token.
stand like on the threshold of the door, like with the door open, and use my cosmic sense feat to see the future of the next week.
Give me a moment.
I'm going to take a seat on the couch.
Yotev is gonna take this chair right over here.
Alright.
Can we buddy up? Can I sit by Yotev?
Yeah,
There's probably
you're
enough room.
small.
We're both small.
Just sit on
Yeah.
the back of the seat.
Just swinging our legs.
He's sitting on the arm of the chair like a ventriloquist dummy.
So the only person who's not in yet is Cassandra.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Late
It only
as
takes a minute
usual.
to do. It doesn't even take that long.
We're
What are you
just
talking
messing
about?
She's
My
using her
new
cosmic
feat that
sense.
I got with this level up that I haven't used yet.
around. Valid. It's a valid.
What'd you say, Brian?
I said your cosmic sense that you said you're going to use.
I want to see the future for the next week of the area. Because I feel like that's important.
Just a bunch of bones.
I don't have to share the information with everybody.
You look at the
just
foundation
have
of the
it.
house, and it's made off of the bones of the previous travelers.
Please no.
And there's a field of fava beans in the back.
So, this is a ritual that you have to perform over the course of a minute. Are you wanting to stand here for a minute using this ritual?
Just a full fucking minute in the doorway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's the most
Like a
awkward
minute
entrance
isn't super
ever.
long.
It's 60 seconds.
Like,
Yeah.
my intent would have been to do it as we were, like, walking up before, like, as everything
So-
was going on, if that's okay. And if it's not, that's okay.
So this is like a minute of putting down things and basically casting a spell. So if you're wanting to kneel down at her front door and start casting a spell, you can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jesus
Wow, that's pretty
Christ.
rude.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
wild.
is everyone where they want to be at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cassandra, you
Well-
get down, you start
Hang on.
preparing this ritual. And as you
Sorry.
do, the older woman waves her hand. The doors slam shut and locking you out. As you've basically started casting something in her house, and she's just waved it and waved you away.
How is that so
The
predictable to
doors
happen?
close on you, and you hear that lock, which, for those of you in the room, is an extra layer of a little bit of dis-ease at this point, as the way out has effectively been barred.
Cool.
Varnex will hop up
um,
and pull his sword out. What's going on?
There's no need for that.
We apologize for if we were intruding, though. We
Open the
just
door.
saw the cabin here, and we wanted to see who is here, if anyone was here. Seeking shelter for the night.
I am aware of why you've come. You've made it quite apparent. She sort of looks in your general direction, Varnex, but she's sort of looking over your shoulder instead of directly at you. And she says, "You are free to leave at any point. I just don't like nosiness. If you'd like to leave, the lock is on the inside. You can see yourself out."
Varnex
gonna-
will walk
No,
over to the door and see
Yo,
if
that
he can
totally
open it.
understands.
So there is effectively like a hatched lock here, so you're able to unlock it yourself and open the door if you want to.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay, you open the door.
What color are her eyes?
Or
The
what?
old lady,
Yeah.
they're white and clouded over.
Okay. So
Yeah, she's
presumably blind.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it a problem if we stay with you tonight?
No, not at all. I've opened my home to many before. I'm sure I will open it up to many more in the future as well.
Who are you?
She can't help but crack a little bit of a smile as you ask, and she says, "I many things. Who do you need me to be?"
I think I've
I
been
need
to one of
to-
these before, but that trails off.
I need
Yeah,
you
everyone.
to
First
provide
off,
answers.
it is quite rude to ask for someone's name and who they are when we enter their home first. Please, and Yotep turns to the blind woman. Yotep Ironsnar, pleasure to be meeting you.
It is a pleasure, Yotev. And she sort of reaches into. You see, she reaches into a side pocket, almost like section of her robe, and pulls out what looks to be a half knitted blanket or scarf of some kind. And she just slowly allows her hands to work while she sits there and talks with you all. As she works, she says, She sort of smiles in your direction, Killian, and says, "Believe you and I have already been at least somewhat acquainted, have we not?" And she says that she kind of turns her head in the direction of the door and says, "Your friend has not changed much, has she? Still nosy as ever?"
The entire time, Killian is just staring down this old lady, not paying attention to anyone moving about, just locked in. Killian will reach behind his back, unlock the book, and open it up, and then look down and write, "Who are you?"
You see that on the table next to her is a small book, and as it flips itself open, words begin to appear across the page, and she goes and lays her hand on it. She just sort of reaches over and lays her hand on it. She smiles. You see in your book a returned response that just says, "A friend. Unless you and your allies decide to change that."
I
If
will...
I s-
Go ahead.
Oh, if I see you doing that, is this your book? Is your book giving us a house to sleep in? Did you know your book could do that?
Killian will stand up, put the book on the couch next to him.
Hmm.
I believe it is time for some answers.
I believe that it is, young Master Killian. I believe that it is.
Why are you here?
I told you. I would meet you the next you left the city. Or is that
Nice.
not specific enough?
I need some popcorn.
What is your objective?
Varnix will move back to the couch and sit down.
She gives like a small laugh that originates mostly from like the back of her throat, as if it's not. It seems less genuine. As a result, and she says, "I am here as a watcher, and I've been watching you for quite some time." As she says that, she takes out she finishes a section of the thing that she's working on. She takes out these comically large-sized pair of shears and snips the thread before moving on to another section.
It's
Wait,
an
can you repeat
understandable.
that?
She finishes a section of the thing that she's working on, takes out some shears, and snips the thread.
What is it that she's working on?
Looks to be like some sort of either blanket or scarf, depending on how far along she is. It's hard to tell. She doesn't seem to have it fully unfurled.
Wait, is the door open now again?
Yeah.
The door is open. Varnes
was
has
just
returned to
somewhere.
his seat.
Gotcha.
Who sent you to watch?
I don't believe you quite understand the situation that you're in, and it makes sense as to why you've got so many questions. But I was sent by nobody. I am my own benefactor, as well as yours.
Why did you bring me back?
You weren't quite done yet, were you? Hate to let something so impactful go to waste. There are hungry people all over the world. If you throw things away, that's just being wasteful. Waste not, want not, and all that. Why? Would you rather have slipped away?
Just don't understand why I am here.
You're here because you're useful. You're here because I could use someone like you. So far, you've done miraculously, if I do say so myself.
What are you?
I'm sorry, you cut out at the beginning. Did you say who or what?
What?
What? I am nothing more than a seer of the strings. The invisible threads that bind the fates of many. And I've been keeping an eye on yours for quite some time. Well, now that you've tangled yourself in all of these other folks, I've been keeping an eye on them as well, but don't worry, you're still my favorite.
What do you want with this entity? This orb?
Cutting right to the chase. Good, good. I don't like wasting time either. She begins to unfurl the thing that she's been working on, and as she does, it seems to roll impossibly long. And it seems less like a blanket, more like a woven piece of tapestry, except made through yarn and thread. There's a weird mixing of materials and mixing of styles even. There is a incredibly fine sort of silken thread section in which you can see what looks to be a series of battles and fights won and lost. You see a section made out of yarn that contains what appears to be herds of beasts moving across plains. Then another section that seems to have some dark, mysterious-looking tower that ends by turning a blood red. But each section depicts different odd sections of what looks to be like a completely random mixing and mashing of both materials and appearances. And she says, I've been watching and waiting, and, well, with this new toy that you found, I think that that old one that I had you fetch for me is no longer necessary. You can keep the harp if it makes you feel better.
You still haven't answered my question. What do you want it for?
The same thing that most people want, my dear. I want to have some extra freedom. It is rather constricting, my current situation. And, well, with an item such as that, almost anything would be possible. Wouldn't it?
What did you reference?
I think
Why
it's
do you?
book.
The spark.
Oh,
that makes
you
sense.
frisky bitch.
Well, that's when he
I
said the
can
orb.
hear
That's
this
what I
whole
was.
conversation
Oh, I
from
thought he
the
said
door,
horn.
correct?
I thought he said horn.
I'm
No,
more curious
orb.
about the harp than anything.
I think it was the
Oh.
heart that we got
The
from
heart.
the fairies. That was the original.
Pixie heart.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna touch base with the sparkling,
Mhm.
just to it, and say I think it might get kind of dangerous. Are you okay if I put you into the bag?
I guess so, if it's for my safety, but also, if things are dangerous, I should be here for it, shouldn't I?
I mean, if you want to help, if you want to reach out your mind right now and see, there's this creepy ass lady with no eyes who's
She has
saying
eyes.
that she wants you to use you to get around, and it's
What
freaking
lady
me
are
out.
you talking about?
You not sense another presence besides us in here?
Oh, there's another presence, sure.
Can you identify what it is? Is it sitting close to us, or is it all around us?
Sort of reaches out for a moment and says, neither? As you're having this mental back and forth. She holds up the tapestry that she's been weaving, and Killian, you see a half orc with grayed skin, shock white hair, with what looks to be a shadowy second next to him. And in his hands is what appears to be a small orb with cracks along it, producing a purplish black smoke. And above and behind is just a pair of pure white eyes and hold on.
Bless you.
Give me an insight check, please.
You still have your notes from last game.
Whoa.
Okay.
Actually,
You're cheating
hold
over
on.
there.
I know, right?
since this is very relative or very, very pertinent to what's going on, where's it at? Hold on. Knowledge from a past life, let's add a d6 to that.
Hey.
Well, there's 4, so 16.
16. There's something else that you can't quite put your finger on, but you do get a little bit. And that there is some level of strange connection here. And almost like a... How do I want to word this? she seems very clearly to not be telling you everything, and very much be avoiding certain questions intentionally. Though you imagine that the reason for it is a little bit more complicated than just not wanting to tell you everything. You cannot exactly pinpoint a motive or a rationale as to what that may be, but it is only partially a conscious avoidant nature to her.
I feel as if you are not telling me everything.
She just sort of continues to smile and nod in your direction. It almost feels a little condescending the way that she does, as if she's meeting with a grandchild of hers, and she's taking in the things that you're saying, and she's recognizing your emotional state and the reason why you're saying the things that you do, but she has that sort of air of someone who is just sort of listening and trying to understand where you're coming from before they tell you why your thought process is wrong.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah.
Can I,
Um,
as she shows the tapestry, can I get up and go and like try and like take a look at it, and then just like pat her hand and then tell her it looks really nice?
Make a make an investigation check.
All right. Surely I'm not dumb as fucking bricks. +2, so that's a 17. It was a 15 +2.
Yeah. Looking at the tapestry itself, you see that each different section, it's not just the most recent one that has this half-orc image. There are multiple of these sections that have the same half-orc over again.
Just doing different things?
One of them is fighting alongside a group of other people in a darkened tower against some sort of unholy undead. Another is a group that is smuggling what looks to be precious cargo across the borders of the war. Another is the same individual who is sort of headed directly towards the front lines in an attempt to sway a battle one way or another. There's another version where they look to be almost happy and content, staying at home with what looks to be a couple of parents, or at least parental-looking figures, and they seem to be surrounded by friends and family. Another is seems to be alone. Seems to have been traveling alone for quite some time, lost and wandering, and just sort of aimlessly trying to find a place and a purpose in life. But in almost all of them, they end in some kind of grisly-looking death.
And they all look presumably like Killian. Or close
Pretty
enough.
close resemblance.
Yeah. Are these all supposed to be Killian? Has he done all these before?
Gillian, you follow the things that have been pointed out. You've done none of these things. The only one that's even remotely close is the most recent that she's completed.
That's the orb one, right?
Mhm.
And then the new section that she was working on. How fucking fast did she work, dude? Like, would it, like, looking at her hands, was she like to just spit out a
When
tapestry?
she was doing it in front of you, it seems to have already been started, and she was just finishing it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It was a slow process, but it wasn't like obscenely long.
Okay. I thought she was like
Um,
going like 5 times on a YouTube video, dude. Like just like
Are they
working-
just like
No.
flipping around,
still
like-
images on there, or are they like moving like memories?
They all seem to be still.
Okay.
Okay. These all look
Yeah,
really
it's like
nice.
More depictions, yeah.
Do any of these resemble any of the imagery that's popped up in my head at random occasions?
There is one. When you look down, there's that tower, that unholy undead. And you don't remember why, but there's some connection that you feel to that one. And you get, as you focus, actually, make a wisdom save for me.
Wisdom
A
save?
Save?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Oh my god, dude.
Huh?
Yo, shit just got real fast.
13.
13. You, you look, and you feel like a tug in your chest. It's almost like your heart itself gets pulled on. As you look down, you could swear you see this thin silver thread going from your sternum over towards this woman, and it disappears into her hands where she's clasping this section of the interwoven piece of work. And as you make that line, you look down, and along this tapestry, that tower, you remember something that you remembered recently. It was a moment in which you had met some charismatic person, some bard from some other time. The bard you had named your horse after recently. And you remember going and finding some tower, and then you fought a little bit, and then nothing.
What is this? What is happening?
She looks down on it, and you see none of the rest of you notice this string. None of you can even see this string. But you see that she wraps a long finger around the string and holds it up, and you feel the pull. It's almost like it hurts, almost like the thread is moving as she lifts it and moves it around. You can almost feel it moving in your skin, on your chest.
What the fuck?
And as she does,
Fun.
she just sort of holds it up and says, "You've had so many drops. One to another to another. But you've gotten so close on so many occasions that I figure I might as well, keep you trying. It's a shame. It looks like this one didn't fully come back as strong as I had hoped. But there's some extra color to you now, is there not?" She sort of flicks the string, and as it does, you feel it sort of shake into you. And you feel, for the first time in a long time, actually, in the first time since you've woken up, you feel a heartbeat and warmth go through your chest. And as she lets go of the string, all that warmth is sucked straight back out of you.
What are you doing to me?
Nothing that you didn't ask me to do all those many lifetimes ago.
What the fuck?
I asked for this.
in a manner of speaking. She sits up a little bit more and leans forward across her work and begins to pull on the tapestry more and more, and it seems to continue to unravel. As you watch, you're seeing different versions of Killian over what looks like dozens, maybe 100 different versions. And as she gets to the very end, you see what looks to be an incredibly old-looking version of yourself. Gray hair, not from a lack of life, but from long years of living. A beard that goes down to the collarbone in length, stark white as well. Pieces of the armor are worn from years of battle. Scars across the face and across the body that you do not recognize on yourself. In this version, you see what looks to be dozens of bones and bodies around him. Knees on the ground in a position of almost an overwhelming sense of the weight on his shoulders. Eyes wary with bags under them. They seem to be almost sunken in with, it's like a grief. And as he looks up, you see he is currently reaching out a hand towards someone, attempting to take something. She says, "Some people are better with failures than others, but with failure than others. When it comes down to it, you just really wanted to keep fighting, and I liked that about you. The others, they fought long and hard. They didn't quite make it, though. You were the last standing, and, well, all things as they should be, you didn't want to quit. You wanted more. So, while I play with the threads from time to time, I figured, you know what? Why not try? So, we had a little bit of a do-over. That didn't quite work out so well either. So we tried again. And another failure. Again and again and again, and I'll be honest, your tenacity is inspiring. Though I think small pieces of you have been lost along the way. But still, you persist. Admirable, I would say, if a little foolhardy. It's to the point where I question whether or not you even remember what you started all of this for. Not that it bothers me any. Because now, I'll still lead you where you want to go, and give you the reward you seek for it. But if you're out here fighting anyway, you might as well fight a battle or two for me as well. And then, when you're strong enough, we'll try again. Doesn't that just sound nice?
Is that all I am to you? Just a puppet? Just a fighter for your battles?
She smiles and says, "What an apt analogy." And she grabs the string and she tugs. You are pulled off of the couch and you land both knees on the ground in front of it. As you do, you feel that tug and you feel a sharp pain in your chest. And as she finishes doing that tug, she says, "Now, the orb." if you'd please.
DM, if you will allow me a rule of cool here,
Uh-huh.
there's something I would like to do.
Sure.
I would like to manifest my echo behind me.
Mhm.
And I would like to rage.
There is a
Oh.
moment after the tug where your eyes have gone a bit shot from the force pulled on you. And you breathe heavily. And you just start to see red. As a second version of Killian appears behind him. For the first time, as you guys look at it, it doesn't look entirely like the Killian that you know. It looks different.
More like the tapestry.
Little, not necessarily.
Okay.
He's a little broader in the shoulders, a little greener to the skin, even with the gray complexion of it. Just a different haircut, different face shape, even. A little bit more well-fed. And as it appears behind him, you go into your rage.
When I rage, I would like that purple from the cracks of my eyes to start glowing brighter and brighter and almost crack away the rest of my pale eye color. So I'm just glowing purple in the eyes, very strong.
She sort of looks at you curiously, more than anything, as if you're not intimidating, just interesting.
Tell me what you want with the spark.
She leans back, watching you for a moment, and goes, "Well, like I've mentioned," and as you move, Kenji says, "Oh no. You feel yourself get tugged. I need you to make a strength save for me."
Oh yes, my highest thing that I have here.
Indeed.
Oh
How's it
shit.
gonna
14.
14.
Yeah.
You feel your feet leave the ground as you are pulled back and placed back into the chair.
Oh.
And she says, "No.
I'm gonna.
What I
Varnax is
want.
gonna stand up.
What I want from your friend, what I want from the Spartan, is just freedom. And isn't that what you're looking for too, deep down?"
Who, me?
No. Your friend Killian.
What I want, and I will move in front of Kenji, pretty much like right in front of her face, kind of blocking with my echo. What I want is freedom from you.
Do you agree, love? Give me the spark, and I'll cut you loose.
Others have claims to that. You can't have it.
We can't just hand over the spark. Finders keepers.
Yes, well, I mean, suppose if that's what you really want, then we can be rude about it. I don't want to make you give it to me. I want you to want to give it.
I want my friends to be safe, including from you. And I'll yield my maul.
Okay. She smiles and says, "All right then. Pick a friend."
What?
Why?
Pick one. You
Oh,
want them
boy.
safe? Which one?
Oh, we're
I
all
know
fucked.
it's been a minute yet.
Damn.
We
Pick
all
one.
know who you're gonna pick, dude.
Yotev!
Yeah.
Shall I start picking for you? How about the nosy little woman outside?
Yeah, let's
One who
pick her.
keeps sticking her nose in everything.
Hey, she has nothing to do
her
with this. She's
alone.
outside of this and doesn't know what's happening.
All right. How about you then, the little inventor?
No, no, no,
Still
no.
struggling to make a name for himself? One that's not full of shame, that is. Isn't that right?
Yotep
fuck.
starts to snarl,
Or the doll.
growling.
A shitty little doll. Playing puppet to something far greater than I, but still a puppet. Both physically and emotionally. Quite sad.
What's sad is gonna be when I can only hear you in my head.
Hmm. Or how about your big strong friend here? The Dragonborn. Is he the one that should be safe? I mean, he is being hunted by so many other things, and people much stronger and much more loved by his beloved goddess than him.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna swing my katana at her head, or right at her
Okay,
neck.
roll the hit.
Jesus. We had a
Natural
long rest
20.
too. Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Natural
20.
20, brother.
Swear to God.
Damn. Go ahead.
Go
Grace.
ahead and roll damage.
Here, I just want you all to see this. Just shit. I gotta figure out the.
Real quick question.
The
We had a long
dogs?
rest
While
before
this
we left, right?
conversation is... Oh, go ahead.
We had a long rest, right? So we should be
Yes.
full health? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
While this conversation has been happening and she's taunting everyone, Yotev is gonna cast his armor on.
It's two-handed, so it's 1d10, right?
But it's doubled because of your thing.
Yeah, 2d10sies. Golly, that sucks. 6 plus 5 is an 11.
11 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I only get 5 from my strength modifier, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you swing, and it sinks into her neck a good 6 inches. And then she just reaches her hand up, wraps it around your blade, yanks it out, and goes, petulant. Temperament. I can see why the 5-headed bitch likes you so.
Oh my god!
She looks towards you one more time, Killian, and says, so go ahead. Pick. Maybe you should go for that one in the back there. Sort of gestures towards Aiden. The forgotten one after all of this, actually.
Oh, poor Michael.
Yo, honestly, OEF, get fucked. Like, this bitch is crazy.
Oh man.
Killian, you notice you have that string that was attached. And all of a sudden, you're starting to notice that there are more than one. As there's a string that seems to go to each person in the room. She pulls back out those shears, holds them up, sort of slowly hovers them over the different people. Choose.
We can't see
but-
these?
Yeah, we can't see
no.
the strings, right? Okay.
Nope. To you, you see that she's just sort of slowly waving these shears
Yeah, I
around.
can't see that
Um,
either.
Oh, do I? Damn it! I don't have it prepared. Damn it!
What are you looking
Ah! Heat metal.
for? Oh.
Well, they're
The lady pulled 6 inches of a cut out of her skin. You'd think heat meant she's just gonna hold on to that thing.
they're probably magic shears, like the 3 fates. Chop chop Hades. But
Oh man.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure.
that's what it feels like, which I love. For the record.
Choose.
I would like to attack my stream.
Interesting.
Well, see, he can see that. I would
he
have
can
gone
see
for a
the string.
string had I known they were there.
Oh god.
I like that you have scissors, Caleb.
Roll.
He was ready for this.
Roll the hit. Come on, baby.
Say 24 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
You bring the maul, and you go to act like you're about to hit her in the same way, and she just does not flinch as the maul comes towards her, but instead you turn your twist your wrist and bring it down instead. And as it does, you hit this cord. I need you to make a second wisdom saving throw.
Oh, pray to God you pass, my guy.
I'll use my knowledge from a past life again.
Okay.
20.
20. You hit your own string, and you watch as it bends under the weight. This is a bludgeoning weapon, after all. So as you bring it down, it bends under the weight, and you feel that tug against your chest. You feel as if it is about to pull your sternum out of your chest along with it.
Since I'm watching her, does she do anything when he does this?
Take 17 points of damage,
Oh no.
and she will do the same. As the string cuts into her flesh, it's sort of wrapped around one of her fingers at this point, and as it does, you can see blood begin to pour down the string towards the center where you've pushed it down, as blood is basically pooling along the edge, and you see it begin to drip off of your string.
So can I now see that string?
You see that there is blood somehow pulling itself. But the string, all these strings themselves seem to still be invisible to you. She sort
But
of
I can
looks at
see
you,
that I can
Killian.
see that her hand is bleeding.
Yeah, her hand is bleeding after whatever he just did. She just looks at you, Killian, and she goes, "So, Byron, all I'm asking is for you to pick which of your friends you want to be safe."
I'm
I
gonna
can
take
make a
another
decision for
swing
you.
right in front of her hand, like right by her hand, straight down.
All right, roll a hit.
Fuck, this is how we all die.
17
Mhm.
plus 5 is 22.
That'll hit.
All right. 8 points of damage.
Killian, please take another 8 points of damage.
Jesus.
With another katana slice going down, she rolls her shoulders back and says, "I'm getting impatient." She waves her hand, and from it you see ripples of blue arcana, and as it does, a hand comes around to take care of the people here. If you could, please
big-ass
make
hand.
either athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Oh, acrobatics.
Uh,
Check or
Barnett.
save? Oh, never mind.
That would be an athletics check of 27.
Oh shit.
I went ahead and rolled it in the game because it'd just be easier because of all the pluses.
You see this hand goes to grab at you, and you're able to basically grab onto the thumb and forefinger and hold it from actually grabbing onto you, but you're now locked with this thing as a massive hand has appeared. And she just sort of sighs and goes, "All of you doing so much to fight." She waves her other hand as a second appears and goes, over, and I need the same thing from you.
Yotev?
Actually, I need it from both Kenji and Yotev.
What is it? You said athletics check?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Homie's gonna hit that acrobatics check.
Yeah. Strength, not so
That's
good.
an 11.
Acrobatics, incredible.
I should use my regular dice and not the digital.
What ends up happening is Kenji, as it goes to grab onto you with this second hand, these dark tendrils sort of shoot out around you and hold it at bay, much like how Varnex is holding it. And likewise, Yotev, your armor goes to attempt to protect you. These almost like thorny protrusions stick out and hold the hold it at bay as well. So these two hands are basically going to grab at your friends now, Killian. She just keeps looking at you, not paying attention to them, and saying, "Hurry up now. I'm losing my patience. Make your choice."
When Yotev gets grabbed, or like the thing attempts to grab, Yotev is going to activate his. Oh, where is it? I have it somewhere in here. It's part of my item inventory. With the core, he's gonna do the size augmentation, to make himself a size larger, in making himself now a medium size, and then also going to cast enlarge on his armor, to make it an extra size bigger, making him a large character. And he's just gonna like kind of get real aggressive.
That's it. Old hag! You've tried to mess with us one too many times.
As you grow in size, she just keeps staring at you, Killian. I'm tired now. Make your pick, or I will pick for you.
Someone's gonna die here today.
I pick Kenji.
She reaches over, and Kenji, you feel something squeeze against you, as if you're being, as if something is trying to rip the life from you. And as she goes, she snips an invisible string, and you watch as some thin gray line going from your chest sort of falls to the ground. And with that, Kenji
Yeah.
disappears.
What?
As Kenji vanishes, she looks at you, Killian, and says, "Very well. Your friend is now safe."
Where is he?
Safe. Like you wanted. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Safe from you.
And he is. I cannot touch him where he's gone, though I'm sure there are other things after him still.
Where is he?
Oh, Yotev. Are we getting jealous that your longest friend didn't pick you? I can make
No.
you safe as well. All you need is to ask.
What the fuck? An act of compassion turned to betrayal.
So, question. The door's been open this entire time. Have I been able to hear all of this while I've been doing my ritual?
You're still doing the ritual?
I didn't stop when she slammed the door on me, and then I asked if it'd been a minute, like 3 times, and now I don't really know. I haven't moved.
Hold on.
Also, weird ask, but can I get a view of the house even though I'm gone, just so that I can
For stream purposes, yeah.
Yeah.
The party mark.
He's putting the bats up. You're fine.
Yeah, dude. He puts. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You're amazing. Puts the lotion in the basket.
I wouldn't have stopped.
Yo, somebody else has to be safe too. I don't want to be alone here.
Make a strength saving throw, Cassandra.
Have to beat a 40.
Strength is +1. 16.
You are so. As you were going through all of this, you were doing this in order to get this ritual off. As she sees you're still working on it after probably 45 seconds of this back and forth and all this shit, she waves her hand a second time, and these silver threads now surround you, pull tight around you, and you're lifted up 5 feet off the ground. Your ritual materials dropping to the ground around you. You are now restrained and held 5 feet in the air. As she does this, she goes back to you, Killian, and she says, "Your friends are so annoying." But a deal was a deal. One of your friends is now safe. If you want your answers, I can give them to you. All I need in return is the spark.
I am going to go all out and attack the string with everything that I have.
Okay. How many? Go ahead and here's what I'll do. I'll let you go ahead and just take your turn as if it's a turn in combat, and you let me know when you are done.
Oh, like how much damage he wants to do?
Oh no, I want to help him so bad.
Also, the fact that this chick just disappeared me with the spark, kind of clutch.
I know.
Also means you're
Like,
probably all gonna die.
If you have it, like that's why I picked you, because you have it. If what she
Yeah,
wants
that's
is
exactly
that.
why.
Yeah.
Also, out of all of us, Kenji probably has like the least amount of HP. Or is
Do
it
I need to roll an
Rail?
attack
I
roll
got a
for every
I got
single
a
one of these?
respectable pool.
No, you can auto hit.
Okay.
You can
I
auto
have
hit.
AC.
If you want to roll, you can go ahead and roll to see if you crit any of them. Otherwise, you're gonna hit.
Man just
I'll
wants to
Just
know how
tell me
much.
the damage numbers.
Okay.
You might as well just say 1 HP from death.
Can we do anything while he's doing this or no?
He's taking his turn in combat. If you
Yeah,
have
that's what I
reactions, you
figured.
can take them.
16 damage on the first hit.
Got it?
Jesus Christ.
I don't have any reactions.
Ryan, you have the least with 43. To the record.
No, I know.
16
But I have the
damage
highest
on the second
HP,
hit.
so
Got it.
That's 32.
I will stop there.
Okay. I would like you to take 32 points of damage. And as the two of you take this damage, you see that she closes her eyes for a moment. You can be at this all day. It's not going to do you any favor. But if you insist on ending this iteration of yourself this early in the game, that's fine. Drag you to the next iteration, and we can start fresh from there. Does that sound good to you?
Okay, Neo.
Killian, don't do this.
At the end of your turn, she's going to use a legendary action. And she vanishes. As she does, you just hear the disembodied voice echo around the halls of the room, telling you, when you're dead, I'll come back to collect you. And we'll start all of this over again. We just need to make sure that the next group that you find doesn't do so much to give you so much confidence. It's a dangerous thing. Puppet that thinks that he has control in the situation. with that, there is a crackling of the fire
All these
and
hands.
the bounding of feet behind. I need everyone. Well, everyone who can. Please roll initiative.
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't
Oh
want
shit! Here
to.
we go.
So joke's on you,
God, dude.
Snooky.
Does that include me even though I'm outside of the house?
Oh my
Yes.
god, such garbage initiative today.
Yeah, I did awful. I needed snacks for this.
I needed to be here for this.
All right. Cassandra,
You need to be here for this.
Killian, Aiden, Yotev, Varnex. Yeah, that should be it. Cassandra, you were first up to go.
How do I get unrestrained? 'Cause I
You gotta
have to
figure
get
that out.
before I can do
See.
anything, right?
Hold, please. When she disappeared, those restraints would go away as well.
The hands didn't though, right?
No,
No.
the big hands didn't.
Did she interrupt the ritual then?
Yes, it would have been interrupted.
Gotta start back over again.
Real tempting.
So just
10
take 10 turns.
Yeah, 10 turns to just try
Yeah,
to figure
I don't
this
think
shit
I
out.
don't think that's a good idea.
What's my future looking the next
Medicate
week? Dead.
yourself.
Looks dead.
I would like to.
The real question is, does Fragan have to roll for another character?
Actually, interesting question. Can I roll for like initiative on here, and then just like, can we figure out where the fuck I'm at, or do you have a thing planned afterwards?
I'll get to you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
I'll get to
You know what? You know what? So you take your time, dude. I'm good. Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna
He's-
do. What
I don't
She's
have to
gonna
do
buy
anything. Cool.
Yeah. Here, let me twiddle my thumbs while I wait.
Organize my Pokemon home.
Oh, you know
While I
what?
wait.
Actually, that's a good idea. Just want to be right back. I gotta add more than the 1008.
Just this button there. Oh,
You did remind me.
so
I
this
need to
is
move my
much
Nigaleo
more
back in.
Great.
It's currently waiting in Go.
Ooh. I don't know where my Jirachi went from
Ugh.
BDSP.
What smells my new?
I am at.
If I even got it. I might not have gotten it yet.
I don't know what's the new total Pokemon you can get now. It's not 1008.
Cassandra, are you going?
I am. I'm
She's
sorry. I
figuring her
wasn't
life
ready
out.
for combat. I will cast.
You ever met Snooki? You need to be prepared for combat always.
Which hold at
1025.
level 3, and I'm
1025.
gonna twin it on one of them on this dude, and one of them on whatever this thing is.
Okay.
We should-
What do I need to do for that?
cool.
it's attack rolls.
Yeah, it's attack roll. Yep.
All right. Roll the hit for both.
The one on the left, I rolled a 19. Oh, I rolled a 19 and an 18 plus, I think it's 6 plus 8. JK. So 27 and 26.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
3d12. 1, 2, 3. Terrible damage. I got a 7 plus 9 plus 8. 7, 9, 8. What's 7, 9, 8? I have to do math.
Huh?
What's 7 and 9 and
20.
24 lightning. I'm done.
All right.
That's
Uh,
I think it. Yep.
All right.
Fucking
We
Jeff.
go to.
Fucking me, Jeff.
She needs to disappear. This hand,
Which hand?
the one next to you, buddy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Which one? The fire one or the big bluey one?
The big blue one.
That means I need to look
Uh, She's just gonna try to beat the shit out of you, I guess. Just go for a big old swing.
So we're not still grappled.
No.
Okay.
16. Does that hit?
Hang on. My armor class is 16. So,
All
yeah.
right. 32 points of damage.
Holy!
Oh my god.
As it basically goes and backhands Varnax, and
Just get bitch
deals.
slapped.
Yeah, basically. It's its turn. We get Burning Hands number 1 over here. Good news, it's stupid as shit. So it's just gonna turn and attack the closest thing next to it, which is gonna be you. Let's see. Ooh. I want. This whole area is gonna erupt in flame. I need a dex save, please, Aiden.
Do you have
Is that couch
advantage
been
against
set
fire?
on fire?
A dex save.
Mhm.
21.
That's a success. So you take 3, halved again, I think, to 1. So you take a single point of fire damage.
Ooh.
Are you immune to
We
fire?
love being fire
I'm
bully.
resistant to fire.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Must be nice.
Oh, there's
Never mind.
this.
All right, puppy
Um,
number 1.
I'm going to. This is kind of a weird use of it. I'm going to use absorb elements from the double-bladed scimitar. It's not going to change how much damage I took, but it will make me deal an extra 1d6 fire damage on my next melee attack.
Sounds good. This guy.
I can't retcon a hellish rebuke, can I?
I'll allow that. Yeah. It's a dex
Because
save,
I'm
right?
sorry. No. Yes.
May I ask a double question?
Motherfucker. But it's
Go
still
and roll
2d10.
damage. You'll just get half.
Yes, I know. It'll be
Oh.
6 points. Well, no, it's 12. Nothing gets added to this one, right? It's just straight D's.
Correct.
Yeah, so I rolled a 12, so you'll take 6.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and
All right.
use that up.
That should hit Cassandra. That is 14 points of damage, and I need you to make a con save.
This is where we go down.
No.
I hope not.
No, it's not.
I mean,
No,
I'm
it's
not.
not. We
I'm not
good.
going to. Don't worry about it, guys.
Oh,
I
we
got
live
you.
in. We live in.
I got
Yeah.
an 11 plus 7, so
Okay.
18.
So the spell maintains.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
My card for the day is different because I pulled it physically. It says once per short rest, I can do the healing or I can do the command spell. How
Huh?
does that work in combat? Like, does it take an action to use one of my cards in combat? Is it a bonus action? Because it doesn't.
It depends
specify.
on the card. if the card doesn't specify, it's giving you the command spell as a regular, basically like an extra spell, without having to expend a spell slot. So you can use your action to cast the spell as if you had it prepared, basically.
Okay, sorry. Cool.
All good. Other boy's gonna come up on you, Aiden, with a 21 to hit and 14 damage. That's both of them. Killian.
I will move my echo here. And I will go ahead and lay into this one.
Roll the hit.
Don't move too far away.
This is
I can't help you if you move too far away.
This is fine.
18 to hit.
Miss.
Really?
Yep.
That's scary.
Forgot to activate my extemporal executioner.
Which one did he attack? The
One-
hand, my
The
hand?
hand in front of you.
An 18 missed.
Oh, my thing's black,
Motherfucker.
Snooky.
Then my bonus action to activate the extemporal executioner.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to add.
Do we get dragged somewhere
Oh,
else?
wrong guy.
No.
No,
I'm
we're
all
still
black.
in the
I'm
house.
black.
Let me pull another.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You see now?
No.
Alright, so I rolled a 4 for acid. The weapon drips with caustic liquid, dealing an additional 1d6 acid damage. Furthermore, any creature hit with the extemporal executioner is covered in acid must make a constitution saving throw of 13 or higher, or have their armor class reduced by 1d4 for the next hour.
Oh
Right.
shit.
I'm gonna try to hit it again.
Here, I'm just gonna add Kenji back, and we're gonna put Kenji in a corner.
You're in
That makes
timeout, buddy.
No one puts Kenji in a corner.
Alright.
Does that work?
No. Weirdly enough.
Try
Oh,
refreshing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right. It's a me thing, I think. If you want to do back the
Okay.
party thing.
We'll keep Kenji in a corner. Sorry, so back to your turn, Killian.
Yes, my second attack, or my extra attack for a hit of 20.
20 hits.
20 hits.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we know at least.
Must have an
20
armor class of
hits.
19 or 20.
That's 16 bludgeoning with 3 acid, and its armor is reduced by 1.
All right.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Unleash Incarnation. Gonna attack it again. Oh, sorry, that was actually, I didn't mean to exercise. I was trying to do Unleash Incarnation, which is a 28 to hit.
Hit.
For 16 more damage and 3 more acid.
You said 15 and 3?
16 and 3.
16 and 3, so 19. Got it.
Action Surge. Gonna attack
Alright.
it again. 18 to hit.
Miss.
So it's got a 19 then.
Mm-hmm.
19 or 20.
Well, I hit it with a 20 and it went down by 1 because of my weapon.
Yeah.
Extra attack. That's a miss. God, so bad. Let me try a different die. I'm gonna Unleash Incarnation again. That's 15. God, terrible.
All right.
So 18 did not hit.
18 still did not hit.
So it was a 20 down to 19 now. Okay.
Correct.
I don't think I have any other economy left.
Yeah, so
I think the only thing you got left is a move and a bonus action, right?
I bonus action to activate the extemporal executioner.
Right, so just a move then.
Don't move.
No, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at and keep my echo on the living hand.
All right. Ooh.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yo, Tev.
Quick question.
Holy shit.
Can I use Fortune's Grace to make them reroll?
Holy fuck,
you-
natural 20.
Remind me what Fortune's Grace does.
So I don't have it listed in my sheet. I remember you gave it to me, and it was like a reroll, but I don't remember exactly what the reroll was. I'm trying to look for notes.
Yes. Want to double check to see if it's on your.
That's such a good response though to remember that. Like holy hell.
I would have forgotten.
I don't know if it would apply because you said it was for like d20 rolls, but I don't know if I can impose it on another person's attack.
When a creature you see makes attack against you or misses a saving throw against one of your spells, you can force that creature to re-roll. So unfortunately, it is only on yourself.
Damn.
Great call though.
Yeah, that's a great call.
Cool. So close. Like really good.
Yeah, 30 hits.
For 31 points of damage.
Holy fuck.
You took
As
less on a crit than I took.
That could
Yeah,
have
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a crit.
Would have been
That-
significantly worse. That's 3 1s and 2 2s.
I'm just saying, I took 32 on a regular hit.
Yeah. Okay, now I gotta do quick calc math.
I thought
Hold
you were
on.
gonna be dead.
12.
I
You're
thought so
12.
too.
Seriously, I thought that was gonna be because it took half
You're-
my
you're
hit
at
points
12,
in one shot.
Brian.
Thank you.
Did you have 43, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
43. I just
You
need to
can
double
also,
check
if
on
you
that.
for future use, if you want to, you can always highlight your number and do minus the number you take and press enter, and it'll do the math for you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yep, no worries. It's just easier that way. Less math.
Okay, cool. Well, it did hit me.
Mhm.
I'd like to use my reaction to use my repulsion
Sure.
shield.
Sure.
Just let me post that in Chizzy chat. I think it just pushes him 10 feet back. Where are my infusions? Are they not in?
I love that you have popcorn.
This is for me.
Do infusions not show up on? Oh, maybe it's attached to my shield. Hold on. Proficient. Well, regardless, because I can just pull it up here. I gain a +1 AC to my armor class. When holding it, the wielder can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the shield's charges and push the attacker up to 15 feet away.
No save.
No save. That is a reaction that I get to do. So I'm
it'll
gonna push.
move. Unfortunately, it cannot go further than that because it'll just basically hit against the wall.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say, how does
slowly curl itself back.
But
I was
does
gonna
it
say, how
take?
does collision work on hitting a wall?
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
it's
does
gonna
not
take.
add.
It's not gonna
It
take
does not add
bludgeoning
extra
damage.
damage. No.
Oh
Okay.
damn it!
It does, because it specifies up to 15 away, it does imply that if it cannot go 15, it just stops there. But it is
Gotcha.
away from you now.
It is away. Yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Alternatively, if you'd like to make a check to see if you can angle it somewhere else, like push it off in a different direction, you can I can
No,
let you
that's
try that.
fine. I think
Okay.
that corner is fine.
Alright, we will go to
Gee.
Aiden.
Okay. I'm going to attack the big boy next to me.
AC 20.
That is a. This is a +1 weapon, right? That's a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. That's 2d4 plus 1d6 fire from absorb elements. 4, 7, 12, 13 points of damage. 3 of it was fire.
You said 13 total?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I'll attack it again. It's another 21 to hit.
Hit.
2, 3.
This one is 7 points of slashing, and I'll use a Gathering Swarm to do an extra 1d6. So that's 12 total on this hit.
Okay, so an
7
extra
on
5.
top. Yeah.
Got it.
And then I'm going to use the Blazing Blade by expending a spell slot to cast Green Flame Blade as a bonus action.
Alright.
Which would be a 12 to hit.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
Shocker.
I haven't actually read Green Flame Blade to make sure. It only does stuff to the second target if I hit, right? Yes, it's only if I... Okay, so that will be it. I'm not going to anywhere.
Alright. Yotev.
Yeah. So I was just checking to see if I had extra movement with enlarge. I do not. And I still have 30, right? Yeah. So let's go 5, 10, 15, 20. As a bonus action, Yotev is going to use his defensive field feature, which is now modified thanks to the prototype core. Let me just get that up there. For everybody, I'm going to use this ability. So I gain 6 temporary hit points, and everyone else within all creatures within, what is it? Where is it? Oh, there's the prototype core. Your defensive field is increased in strength, allowing you to bolster more than just yourself. When you use your defensive field ability, allies of your choice within 10 feet of you also gain temporary HP equal to half your artificer level rounded down. So 3 temp HP to Aiden, to Varnax, and to Killian.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I know it's not a whole lot. And then additionally, don't want to do this right now. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm gonna cast Aid at level 2. To each target's hit point maximum and current hit points is increased by 5. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. So I'm gonna choose Aiden, Varnax, and Killian to increase your HP, your max HP, temporarily. That is my move. That is my action.
How do we do
You
that?
get plus 5 HP, right?
Yeah, you
So
get
it's
plus
11.
5 HP.
So in the little boxy things, we got a 3 and a 5.
Yes.
Temporary max.
Yeah, so like your max HP now is increased by on the right one it should be a plus 5, and on the temp it should be a plus 3. Our
And then
current
your-
Goes up by 5 as well, right?
Your current also goes up by 5.
and your current goes up by 5. Yes.
Take every bit I can get.
Isn't it 11 total with the guardian defense? It was 6 and then 5.
3 and then 5.
It's 3 and then 5. 6 is for the independent user
Yeah.
because
I'm
that's
sorry.
the field directly on me. The extra energy coming out from it
Got
can expend out and then give half of that.
Got it. You're fine. I just missed
Yep.
that a little bit.
Nope, that's fine.
That's the math.
All right. That's your action, bonus action, some of your movement. You got a little bit extra movement if you want to take.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. I think.
All right. Varnex, it is your turn.
Oh, pissed. 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 Varnex is pissed. He is going to roar the most guttural roar and cast on the big hand that just smashed him. Inflict wounds. So I have to roll a melee attack for the spell damage, right? Make a melee spell attack.
Yes. So that should be your charisma plus your proficiency.
So that's going to be a 20. A dirty 20.
That'll hit.
All right, 4d10 because I'm doing it at second level. Come on, big numbers. That's 19. 26 points of damage on that mutta.
Ooh, very good.
1d6. And then I get an extra attack now, right? Because I'm level 6.
So, casting the spell takes a full action. Extra attack happens when you take the attack action on your turn,
Oh,
not cast the
man.
spell.
Yeah, sadly.
Damn it!
Martial casters would be so much better.
Damn it! All right.
They're already really good. They'd just be broken.
You gotta play a Blade Singer or an Eldritch Knight if you want to do both.
That's true.
You can call a creature within 30 feet of you is inferior.
Eventually,
You have
one day,
advantage on all
plan.
checks made to track. No.
Alright, so I need that, and then go.
Or just take 2 levels of fighter so you can get action surge.
True too.
True,
Or have someone cast Haste on you.
Yo.
Is that true?
Why do I have that?
My
I'm-
channel divinity spells suck ass.
I guess she was right of talking about your goddess, dude.
Well, I got Crush the Weak and Voice of Authority. They don't really help in this situation.
Yeah. Those feel like out of combat type things.
I mean,
Yes,
my
they are.
abilities don't work in this one specific scenario.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah,
no.
it's absolutely
Yeah, I
terrible.
wanted to do something else. Okay, I'm
Absolutely.
done. Varnex is done. He
I
just...
gotta hit something now.
Yes, I want shit to bleed.
Nah, I got. Well, I helped you guys out a little bit. I was like,
You did,
guys are
thank
gonna get
you.
hit real bad. I need to do
Alright.
that first. I'm support class first and foremost.
The second is going to do the same thing. It's going to do a 15-foot cone.
Oh, shit.
Try to see if it looks like it did, but it looks like it took away.
Do I block the hit from against Killian because of how big I am?
The hit just doesn't hit Killian because Killian is too far away.
Oh, he's too far away. Okay, got it.
Varnex and Yotev both need to
Okay.
make me deck saves.
Deck saves. Got it. Come on, baby. $16.
All right.
Oh, let me also give myself this.
Wow.
So I have that.
I should have rolled my dice, but I didn't. It's okay.
So that is
Hands. Okay.
14 points of fire damage to Varnex and 7 to Yotev.
Okay.
With that, we're at the end of the round, but we're also at 8 o'clock, which is time for our break. We'll go ahead and take a good solid 10 here, and we'll come back to me murdering you.
By the way,
Mm,
just because you're on Central Time, it's not 8 o'clock. We're at 9 o'clock. You're welcome.
Well, because I'm on
Mm.
Central Time, it's 8 o'clock.
No. You
We're
start
at
by
break
American
time.
Really
American
great
time.
stuff. Gonna mute us and take us on break. Be back.
Also America.
crap all the time.
True.
Like what?
It's all
If
I can
you're
do,
having-
Snooky. Literally just give you the
What's up?
fucking thumbs up. Because I'm not
What's
even
up,
here.
chat? We're back.
So we go back up to the top with Cassandra. It's your turn.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Okay.
If I can move my character. And I'm now within 15 feet of this guy and this guy. And I'm going to reach into my terror deck and pull out the Emperor and shout flee. Make them run away.
Nice.
Which I believe is an accurate thing I can make them do with the command spell. I've never used the command spell.
I think so. It's
That
a
is-
simple
But it's
one-word
one
command.
word, right?
As long as they can understand you.
So they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Creature within 50 feet. Yep. Alright, so that's 2 wisdom saves.
Yep. I think it's a 16. Is my spell save DC, I believe?
Does it use yours, or does the item have a specific save for the item?
It's with the command.
The item, I don't believe, has a DC.
It just had a
Uh,
wisdom save.
yeah, no.
So I would assume it's my spell save.
This is a wisdom saving throw with advantage. Alright, so the Yethelm fails,
Oh,
this one
that's what
will
that is.
not.
Perfect. So it's gonna run away, yeah?
On its turn.
It's on its turn.
Flee. The target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means, yes. So it will use its movement and action to flee from you as fast as it can.
When it runs away and it leaves my space, I can use a reaction to cast a spell. Can that spell be an action spell, or does it have to be a reaction spell?
It can be an action spell. So whatever, I think as part of the wording of Warcaster, it has to be a spell that takes an action to cast.
Bet. Great. Perfect. Alright, that's
Alright.
my turn. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be here, I guess.
Alright, Varnex. We're gonna go for another swing on you. The Forceful Fist. The 17 hit
God damn it. Yes.
for 20.
Fuck.
Then we get another
2 hits and I'm down to single digits.
Burning Hands. One's gonna do a strike on Aiden. 23 to hit for 8 points of fire damage, halved to 4.
I'm really excited to find a new party to play with.
I'm not.
I'm glad I've been thinking of
It's-
backup characters. Damn.
Its turn, it's gonna go to move, so you can take your reaction. As it leaves your space, Cassandra.
Oh yeah.
Great. Oh yeah, I can do the thing. Can I do? Because it's an action to recast my twinned witch bolt spell. It says it has to be an action to recast to do the 1d12. Can I just do that?
If you just want to proc the thing again,
Because it specifies that it has to be an action. So
Not a
does that
reaction.
qualify? But the way that the reaction for
hold
Warcaster
on.
is, it
Let
has
me,
to be.
let me read it. Let me read it.
Oh yeah.
You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack against it. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action and targets only that creature.
Which
So-
would normally qualify with Witch Bolt, yes. But Witch Bolt's
But
turn.
because it A does not only target that creature and B isn't the recasting of a spell, I would say no. You've got other spells you could throw at it as a reaction, but it just has to only target that one creature.
You can't twin it.
Okay, I will do I will do Tasha's Mind Whip on it at level 3.
All right. At level 3, that is
Yeah.
a.
Intelligence saving throw.
How smart are you?
3d6. Oh no, I
Not
thought they might be
Very
smart.
smart.
Not smart, so that was the great
So,
yellow.
15.
Mine is a 16. Ha ha ha. So it's 3d6.
I didn't have a -3.
13.
All right, 13 points of damage.
What else does that do?
Rasha's Mind Spike.
Whip or spike?
With the charge must be intelligent. 6. Can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action, and only gets one of the 3. I didn't know that did all the things. Do you want me to post it?
Nah, I got it.
My bad.
That's 40. So it's gonna bolt and run. It does leave your 30-foot range, so the lightning of your witch bolt drops on it, but you still have it attached to the other one.
Okay.
So we go to
Is that the farthest it can move?
yeah,
Cool.
this guy. Gonna attempt to bite on Aiden. That'll hit for 8 points of damage.
Why can't I get hit like that?
Why
Why do I gotta get
Since you're
hit for
not
like
facing the hand.
50 goddamn 2 points in 2
Much
hits?
less of a punch, unfortunately. Killian, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I keep this HP if I move away from Yotev?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The
You've
last
gained
8
temporary.
hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move myself there. My Echo's gonna move here.
Yep.
Bonus action, second wind. Where is it at?
Because we know you have that now.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I gotta heal.
1d10 plus 6. 11.
Solid.
Not bad, not bad.
Good heal, good heal.
Yeah, let's try to fuck up this guy that I've lowered the AC on.
Oh, Varnax, buddy.
Yeah, that's low.
That is a 25 to hit.
He's hurting.
25 for sure hits.
Great.
That is 7 plus 6, 13 plus 6 acid. So 19 total.
Down.
Yeah!
Nuh-uh.
You please describe how you erase this living arcane spell.
Still in a fit of rage. Killian's just gonna be flailing around this maul that has acid all over it, just trying to coat this thing in as much acid as possible, and just with one final hit, just right on top of the hand, kind of flattening it down towards the floor, making a big splash of acid to coat it.
As you slam it into the ground, the hand hits the deck, and you watch as you basically crack the knuckles inward, causing the bones, or what would be the bones of the arcane hand to break backwards. The ground underneath it cracks as well, and as the arcane hand fades from existence back into raw arcane magic, there is now hot marks in the floor of this building as the acid seeps into the wooden floors beneath you.
Okay. So 25 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move back to this side.
Mhm.
Should still be 30 feet, yeah. My position, I will raise my maul, but the Echo will copy, and the Echo is the one who's gonna slam down on this living hand over here.
All right.
So that's 24 to hit.
Hits. And since this is the first time this one's been hit, its AC will drop as well.
Okay, so the damage is 8 plus 6, 14 plus 1 acid.
So 15 damage.
And the armor will reduce by 4.
By 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy.
And we're gonna go ahead and double up on that and use an Unleash Incarnation to go ahead and take advantage of that.
Fucking go.
That is unfortunately only a 14 to hit.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Wait. No, that's fine. I'll take that.
Okay. With that, is it the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
The hand is going to retaliate. The hand is not intelligent. The hand is going to try to beat up the guy that just hit it.
If it fucking misses, I'm gonna be pissed.
Does 17 hit you?
I think it's
Hit?
a 16, yeah.
Alright, so your echo will...
It's a 17.
I will go ahead
Damn,
and move
just
the
met
echo
it.
next to Kenji
Kenji. Okay.
off of the corner. And it's going to move over to the next closest thing.
Very.
Go to Aiden. It's your turn.
Right, I'm going to attack the guy right next to me.
Which
It's
guy?
a 20 to hit, the big guy, the F-hound.
20 hits.
Okay, I want to use my Gathered Swarm to try to push it back 15 feet on this hit, so that's a strength saving throw of 15.
Strength saving throw. It's a 7.
Nice.
And that's
5 feet in the direction of your choice.
15, right? Or is it 15 later? Is it 5 right
Oh,
now?
you are moved 5 direction. 15 is... Yeah. I read the wrong one.
I just wanted it straight back against the other one.
5 and 15.
And that was 8 points of damage. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to run up to it.
Aiden, no.
And does this thing try to hit me as I run Burning Hand?
It should. Let me go ahead and do another magic strike. Normal. 13 misses.
Misses. Okay.
Damn, chillin', never mind. He's fine. Aiden is fine.
The attack action, you can do bonus actions in between, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and use another spell slot to bonus action Green Flame Blade against this guy. This time it is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Tommy Bun. Fucking
Does
do it.
the melee attack plus 1d8 fire.
I like the addition of the damage pop-ups on top of the creatures now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. That's cool.
So that's 9
So you're
on the
playing Baldur's
attack
Gate.
and then 8
Very video
fire
gaming.
for 17 damage.
Got it.
And the one next to it takes 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 12 points of damage. I rolled max on both of those.
That's 12. Got it.
Okay, and then he's still up, so I'll use my other attack on him as well. That's a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and that one is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright. We go to Yotev.
Cool. Yotev is gonna move up a smidge. I think I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah, he's gonna move up. Yotev is also going to expend another defensive field, giving himself the 6 temp HP and refreshing the 3 for Varnex, since I'm assuming you've probably lost it since then.
You do also. It is within 10 feet, so Killian is also there if you want.
Oh, and Killian would also be able to get it if he needs it. Yes.
I still have the 3.
Yeah, he's
If
fine.
you go one step to the left before you do that, you can get Aiden too, can't you?
No, that would be 15 still.
Yeah, it
Wow.
would be 15. He's just a bit too far. It's okay. He doesn't really need it at the moment, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
And then Yotev is going to use his Thunder Gauntlets on the Burning Hand to the right. The one that's next to
Right,
Varnex.
got it.
Yeah. Oh! This is a bad roll. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Ugh, that was bad. Goodbye. You were doing good before. Well, that's it, right? Because I can't use extra attacks. I didn't hit, right?
No, you can.
Oh, I can? Word? All right.
Word.
No, you get another chance. He gets another. I could just rolling this one. 14 plus 4, 18.
Hits.
Cool.
Let's go.
Let's roll all of my damage. So this is 1d8 for the Thunder Gauntlet, plus 1d4 for the
Armor.
size augmentation, and another plus 1d4 for the enlarge spell. For a total of 8 damage.
How much?
8.
Did you add your mod to that too?
I don't think mod gets added to Thunder Gauntlet.
It should, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if I go to your D&D Beyond, it does Thunder Gauntlet is 1d8 plus 4.
Oh, bet. So 8 plus 12.
12. Got it. You went from barely hurting the thing to knocking it down under half.
Cool.
So that's one solid thunderous punch. I didn't give you the space to describe your armor for the first time because I was trying to put a lot of pressure on Killian. So, if we want to rewind the clock a little bit, what did it look like as the armor activated? And
Sure,
also, what does it look like now that you're doing like these massive thunder gauntlet punches?
Yeah, so in essence, when Yotev got initially into the big cockpit of his armor, he went from being a small creature to a medium creature. So in that description, he gets to be, he goes, like the armor starts to expand outward, kind of connecting a little bit more loosely, like between the joints. The joints themselves have like bigger sections to them, with emphasis around the fists, because they are his primary weapon. And then the shoulders like raising up to where the head used to fit kind of seals off. And there's like a bit of clarity, like a bit of a window in the chest so that Yotev would be seated in like a cockpit style like thing to make the armor that bit bigger. The armor itself then gets to be about just like where Yotev's face like sits in the armor is just like 3 inches taller than Varnax, who is the tallest member of the party. And then when he casts his enlarge spell, it just grows like the size. Nothing really changes. It kind of just makes Yotev and anything that he's attached to bigger. So essentially, the injections go into the armor, and the machine itself just gets like bigger and bigger, and these like really whirling, winding gears kind of sound off whenever he makes punch attacks, as Yotev like is pulling levers and little different like pulleys and things like that to basically puppeteer this new mech that he's got inside it.
As the shoulder pauldrons rise up above your head, in front, this metallic sheet lets off a little bit of steam as it detaches itself and rolls above you, revealing a metal reinforced sheet of glass, tempered glass that you can look out of. And if you guys look in, you can see Yotev is in there, like pulling these levers and causing these things to function. As he does, he kind of puts his hand into this contraption. As he lifts it up, the arm lifts at the same, following his movements. You just hear a whirring as thunder is charged. It just explodes down on this small, like, living thing of fire, almost moving as if it's a detached hand, like crawling around, like the thing from Addams Family, whatever that's called.
Oh yeah.
It's just like crawling around, made of pure flame. With that, is that the end of your turn?
That's bonus action, and then just for the sake of doing some more movement, we're gonna move this way.
All right, Varnak, it is your turn.
Ah! So many freaking choices.
I know, right?
I have to do damage. I have to do damage. He's enraged.
The one
So,
is
yeah.
really hurt. The one I hit is really hurt. So if
This
you,
one closest to me, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack that with my katana. My katana!
All right, roll a hit.
That was an 12.
12 will miss.
Son of a bitch. So second attack.
Mhm.
13. God dang.
13 will miss.
Well, then Varnex is done.
damn, rough.
Uh,
You could try to move.
Now I'm gonna stay there. I can't take a hit.
on 8th's turn, it's gonna try to hit you back.
Jesus Christ.
Is it
for-
aiming for Varnex or is it aiming for Yotev, who actually
for
hit it?
Varnex,
Okay.
which is 8 points of fire damage.
How you doing?
Not as bad as he would have been without the temp HP.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
It's what
With
I'm
that,
here
we-
for.
go to the top of the round with Cassandra.
Okay. I got this
Dude, you have healing word?
right next. And I would like to not have him right next to me.
Sure.
So I think I'm gonna cast Pulse Wave against it.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. They have to make a con save of 6.
Okay. Con save.
And I would like him not to be by me. Great. Cool. I did not want to be here. Don't I have a way to cast Misty Step? I don't yet. Nope, okay. I don't play it. Cool.
Still
Yeah, it should still take half damage, right?
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, or half on a successful one.
Oh, well, my bad. I'm sorry.
So 66.
Um, 26?
So 26 is 13. All right.
I don't really know. I think that I want to try to run away because this is a very scary space to be.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. If I can get over here.
Yep.
It's 30, but that's my attempt.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. I have a whole
Alright.
13.
It is 22 points, and I need another con save. You have advantage on this.
I do. I remembered. Remember? I got 2 17s. That's kind of wild. So it's a 24.
All right. So that witch bolt will stay up.
Oh, I just realized something.
Did you do damage for me? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Thanks.
All right.
I love- Sorry.
It
That's
is
my turn.
the Burning Hands, which is gonna go for Yotev. 21 to hit.
21 hits exactly.
For 5 points of fire damage.
Okay. I need to roll a concentration check because I forgot that enlarge reduce is a concentration spell.
It is, yeah. Good point.
But I roll an advantage because I am also a warcaster.
You're welcome.
Both very bad, but I forget.
It's a con save.
Yeah, I know. 12.
12 succeeds.
12 succeeds. Cool. I still big.
It's both
And that's for
Yathhound-
5.
Yeah, for 5.
Okay.
It's both Yathhound's turns. This first one can only move, take an action, or bonus action, so it's gonna... Actually, you know what? It's not gonna do that. It's going to use an action. I need everyone within... Oh, I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
I was gonna say it's 300 feet. I don't know why you're.
I didn't...
A wisdom save? Okay.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ, thank you.
This is where I can use Fortune's Grace, correct?
Yeah. If you fail a saving throw, or someone succeeds on a saving throw, or hits you. Honestly, it's any roll of yours.
Okay,
I
I got a
can-
15.
Is 15.
I got a 14.
15, 14. Okay. Those are all successes so far.
Sorry.
Sweet.
And Yotev would be close enough to
15.
Varnax as well.
Alright, you're good. Yes. So technically, Yotev, you did not roll a 15. You rolled a fucking a 19.
Okay, cool.
Because if you're within 10 feet of Varnax, Varnax exudes so much, like, paladin charisma that in
Oh,
10
hell yeah.
feet of him, you get a +4 to all your saving throws.
Oh, tight. Awesome.
Do I really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Michael knew that.
It's
How are we
like
still
the
alive?
strongest-
Honestly,
It's like the strongest feature in the game.
like
Yeah. Between that and action surge, it's yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if giving everyone within a certain range advantage on a saving throw, 100%.
So that's its action. This other one is going to try to bite you,
Excuse me.
Killian. Which I think
Maybe
14 misses.
14 definitely misses.
And it is Killian's turn.
Okay, I want to see something real quick. Okay. I'm going to manifest my Echo right here. I'll grab them.
Alright.
I will move here.
Okay.
I'm going to attack... No, not that one. I'm going to attack this one next to Varnax.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
Oh,
Oh, you can pin. Oh, that's so good.
How do you
Did
do
not
that?
notice that?
I didn't notice. On the combat encounter, you should see, actually, you may not be able to see, but there's a toggle visibility, mark defeated, and ping combatant. So I can, just click on their thing to ping them, which is great.
So I hit it for 11 plus 6, 17 damage.
For 17.
Yep.
Gone.
Oh, okay. Extra attack on the other one. Was a 28 hit?
28 for sure hits.
6 plus 6 is 12 plus 5 acid, so 17 total.
Okay. Are you adding your +2 to rage, by the way?
Oh, I was doing that for flavor, but I can add plus 2 to rage.
Well, I mean, if you got pissed already, right?
Okay, so that's plus 2 to that.
oh god.
So how much total?
How much was that? It was 12 plus 5. Was it 5 or 4?
12 plus your strength.
No, it was 12 total from the weapon damage.
Okay.
Then it was the acid damage, which was what, 3 or something?
Okay.
And
So
then
15.
5 or plus 2, so 17.
17. Got it.
And its armor goes down by 1 because of the acid.
Right.
Unleash Incarnation on the living Bigby's hand down there.
Got it. Go for it.
And that one does have a minus AC of 4 already.
Yep.
But I got an apple too.
Nice.
So that's an
I assume
not-
that.
so it's
We'll miss.
16 AC. Okay.
That's
How many
all
times
of
can
my
you do
Unleashed
Fortune's Grace?
Incarnations. What?
How many times can you do Fortune's Grace?
I think it's one per long rest. I can't tell because there's no
Let's do
text. Okay. It literally just says
Yeah,
Fortune's
if you
Grace on
click
my.
on it, if you're looking at it in D&D Beyond or in Foundry.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm looking at D&D Beyond. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. Didn't mean
I
to
can
interrupt.
update the
So-
thing to make it work. I need to do that.
Movement, bonus action, so I'm wasted.
Alright. Wasted. It's the hand's turn. The hand is probably just gonna do the same thing. It's gonna hit your echo,
That's what
or
I'm
try
looking
to.
for.
Right.
They got it.
Good job, man.
God damn!
Holy
Roll
fuck.
the damage.
Caleb!
You did it.
Holy shit.
Proud of you, Han. You got the
Be
ghost.
still my heart. Holy.
That's two.
That's what I
That's
thought was
two
gonna
nat
happen
20s
to
in this
Yoko.
combat, brother.
Yeah. It's
Can
gonna
I vote?
come after Yotep.
Oh
though.
no.
Can I give a vote
Oh, no.
inspiration
I'm
to
flanked.
my Echo for tanking 2 big hits?
Not a bad call. Aiden,
Send
it's
help.
your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use another spell slot to bonus action Green Flame Blade on the Yethound next to me.
Okay.
That is a. This uses spell attack modifier, right? Make a melee attack. Okay, so that's a 21 to hit. Okay, so that is. That is 13, 16 damage to the one next to me, and 10 damage to the other one.
How do you take out this one?
I guess just like my scimitar just starts erupting like this green flame, and as I strike it, kind of completely envelops, and then there's kind of like a backdraft coming out of it that goes into the next one. But just the flames kind of sear its flesh as it drops to the ground.
Fantastic. That's a bonus action.
Yeah, so I'm going to move over here.
You catapult yourself over the couch and maneuver around.
I mean, I can make an acrobatics check if you want.
Parkour.
You would have been able to do it if you counted as difficult terrain anyway, which is what I was gonna do. If you want to make a roll about it, though, go for it.
I mean, sure. That's a. What's my acrobatics? It's not that good. Plus 5, 18.
18, yeah, easy. It's a couch.
Okay.
You look like the Green Arrow.
And then
That was
I'll
like a
use
probably
my.
5 DC to acrobatics over the cap.
It would have been so rough if this ended up being like Fantasy High early on, where you just whoosh, unnecessary dex checks.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like, I think I probably even could have gone around it and almost made it.
Yeah. The that hand is now flanked, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And it has less DC, so it's easier to hit.
Hell yeah, it
this
is.
one's -4. Okay, I'm gonna use my attack actions on it. The first attack is a 21, and the second one is a 15. So the second one will miss.
First one hits though.
And that will hit, and I'll use my Gathered Swarm to add a 1d6 for 3, 6, 9, 14 damage.
14.
That is my turn.
Yotev.
Yeah, seeing that the big hand is coming up behind him, Yotev is gonna like kind of like the body of the machine twists as like the legs kind of still stay in place, kind of like it's on like a whirly gig.
For sure.
Twists over, and he throws one of the Thunder Gauntlet punches at the big hand.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
So now it's flank, so it's rolling at advantage, correct?
Correct.
Oh, I definitely didn't do that.
Does a that does hit. 12 plus 7 is for 19.
19 hits.
19 hits. Excellent. Let's get damage. Do. 3 plus 4, so 7, plus another couple of d4s for an extra 11 damage. 11 thunder damage.
So, you charge up your fist, and as you do, you raise the fist up and allow the turning motion to add to it. As you turn, it just goes and lands into the thing, and as you do, it bursts into raw arcana and fades. That one is also dead. That's your first attack.
Yeah, I'd also then like to extra attack onto the burning hands.
Roll a hit.
And that's just flat. Come on now. 14.
14 hits.
14. Same dealio here. 4. Ooh, very, very nice. 9 plus 4 for 13 damage.
As you twist back around, another one goes down.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
There we go. There we go.
That is your action.
That was my action. Yeah, I haven't even bonus action yet. Oh, let's see. What do I got now?
He pulls out the minigun.
You know, I really would if I could.
Flamethrowers.
I don't have any like active attacking bonus actions currently. All my bonus actions are like defensive based, which is fine. So yeah, Yotev is just going to take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 movement over here.
Alright. Varnex, it is your turn.
Varnex is going to be very boring right now.
Heal, buddy.
And we are going to go ahead and cast this at... I'm going to just give my... That is an awful roll. And yeah, I'm going to just stay alive right there because I got 13 hit points.
Cassandra, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm getting Matthew ready for bed. You know, she's gonna bonus action to get one of her third level spell slots back.
Okay.
And with the rest of my sorcery points, that's a thing I can do. Didn't know about that. And I'm gonna third level Tasha's Mind Whip on this dude again because that felt like a smart thing to do.
Alright.
Something I wanna do.
Intelligence. Same. Normal. 7.
That fails. So then takes
Go ahead and roll
36. Be good. Oh, I got 12.
Alright.
And it does the whole you gotta pick a thing it can do, and only does that.
Do you have a movement you'd like to take, or are you staying put?
I'm not moving. I'll move next to Dilly.
Alright. On its turn, it's gonna try to bite. Yotev, which is gonna
Do
be
it.
hard as fuck. But
Does
misses
not
by
hit
one.
me, motherfucker.
It goes to try to bite at you, but you as it goes to jump up, you stick the metal hand into its mouth and you just shove it back down, and you're holding it from away from you from kicking.
Hell
it.
yeah.
Killian,
That's as close as I can get. I will manifest my echo. And attack this creature.
If you can you manifest it on the other side?
I can, but it wouldn't get flanking.
It wouldn't get
20.
flanking with me being there.
No, it's not considered a
No.
creature. So that's 25 to hit.
hit.
That is
Having strength must be
7
nice.
plus 6, 13 plus 4 acid, so 17 total.
How do you want to do this?
So, still in a fit of rage, basically behind his echo, Killian is just going to start just windmilling his maul into the creature, having its echo copy the exact movements and just beating the shit out of it until it's in the ground into a pulp.
With that,
That was close.
Dang. One.
That was very close. Yeah.
you take a moment, breathe. As the arcana of these spells have settled, and as the hounds lie dead, you're left in the house. One party member short.
Killian's gonna drop his maul, fall to his hands and knees, and just yell as loud as possible as his rage fades.
Can I come?
We will get back to this scene in a moment while we cut over to Kenji.
Can I just go put my shoulder?
Kenji,
on your shoulder?
you are what is your reaction when Killian decides to choose you to be safe?
I think that I'm. Jesus. I think that I'm taken aback that he didn't choose Yotev, and I think that part of Kenji is hopeful and really excited that like his friends are coming to accept him. So then, like, I would have like reached out I would have reached out to like the string because I think you said I saw like the gray. As she like cut it, it went like gray, and then I could see it before I vanished.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have like almost tried to like grab it before it was gone, and then as soon as I land wherever I am, that's what I'm thinking.
Land is a very accurate way to describe what happens. You feel that string get cut, and as it does, there is oftentimes in a moment in which when you realize that you don't realize that you have something or that something is there until you feel its absence. And as the absence of this connection is cut, you feel lighter. Like this was something that was pressing down on you, and the moment that that string was severed, you feel a little bit more free. And as that snipping happens, you begin to fade. that string fades, you grab onto it, and you reappear in a strange space. One where you see what can best be described as a nexus of strings. A weaving of different paths, fates tangling in and around one another. And you see as you fall away, ahead of you is a mass of strings, all wrapped around what appears to be the orb. Bigger. This distance, it looks like it's about the size of like a semi-truck.
Okay.
You have no concept of distance. And so it could be 5 feet away from you, and that's its true size, or it could be 1,000 yards away, and you have no idea the difference. As you fall away, you see these strings, and you find yourself in this strange space where you see threads going off of it. It's very similar to the space you were in before in your dream. You can see strings that connect, and you see silhouettes of people. A silhouette of a dragonborn, of a fire gypsy, half-orc, fairy, of a goblin, and more, of a human, of a much older human, of a couple of more fairies, of another genasi, of a group of goblins. It connects to an owlin. All these other strange goblins out, more than you can count. All these people either personally intertwined with the fate of the orb, or rather whose fate is going to lead them on a collision course with the orb sooner or later.
So these are the
As you're
past,
falling
present,
away-
and future of connections that
Of
the
what?
orb will have.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you fade away, you feel this connection severing. And as it does, you see yourself falling away from it all. And there's a moment of terror in you. Because as in your dream, the things that you wish, the things that you imparted onto the orb, the things that you'd used to describe yourself, were all mostly synonymous with connection. You wanted friendship. You wanted to be helpful. You wanted to make the world a better place. Altruism and improvement. And now you're the most disconnected. Everyone else is still tied to this thing. Everyone else still has... Everyone else still has something. Someone. You're detached. And then you feel a tug. Your hands pull backwards, as does the top of your head, as marionette strings have attached themselves to your joints. You're being pulled away towards something else. Picks up momentum, speed. Eventually, it goes from a slow float to a plummet, as you are being hurled far away from everyone else towards something else. You cannot even force yourself to see it, as all the strings are attached to effectively the top of you and pulling you away. And as you pass, you see these other clusters, these other things that bind, the connections that are made. You're whizzing past all of them. It is interesting and it is fitting that it is you that was chosen, because as the person who wishes for connection, the person who wishes for friendship the most, you are the one falling away and seeing as everyone else has their group, cliques, friendship, their family, people that they love and that love them back.
Can I? Can I? I think that would really make Kenji angry, and it would make me really upset with all the effort that I've made. That I think I would just cry out, and as I see some of these connections go, I think that I would try. And like, if I can't have it, then they can't have it too. And I would try and attack some of these strings as I pass by.
Your anger, your grief, causes you to lash out. And as you start to sling these Eldritch Blasts out in random directions, aiming for the core of these connections. We'll give you 2 turns of this, and you cast 2 Eldritch Blasts per casting, so go ahead and make 4 attack rolls.
Okay, 19, 27, 17, and a 19.
What was the lowest of those rolls?
17, I think. Yeah, because it was a 9.
As you throw these out, the first one lands, and you see what looks to be a connection between 2 very similar looking dwarven individuals. As the Eldritch Blast lands, it severs that connection. And somewhere, in some time, in some space, you don't know how, you don't know why, but you know that at that moment, 2 brothers have an argument so heated, so vitriolic, so hurtful, that they never talk to each other again. With the next Eldritch Blast that goes off, you see what looks to be a father and a son. Where things get so heated, so upset, they get so hurt with one another, that the son leaves town and he does not look back. The third, a pair of friends, seemingly so strong, are hit, and one of them decides to do something selfish that ends up hurting the other. And that trust is shattered between them. They can no longer see one another as friend, they only see each other as the person that had hurt them so deeply. They never talk again. That last one, you see 2 people madly in. And the night after they just celebrated a anniversary together, one of them falls ill and passes away. That connection permanently severed. With each one, your grief becomes the grief of others, and it doesn't let your grief lift. Instead, you are still angry. You are still upset.
Yeah.
You still feel alone.
I think I start justifying it. That they're gonna leave They're gonna leave anyways. It's better for them now. They're obviously something would have happened if it wasn't me. That it's gonna be somebody else, and good. They're better off alone because I always end up alone, and all I want to do is help, and I just bring it back onto myself, and just internalize it.
Eventually, you are pulled through this space that you are in, and you find yourself alone. You stand in what appears to be a small room. Stone floors, stone walls, wooden ceiling. There is a iron door on one wall and what appears to be thin glass windows up at the top, sort of lining in small sections around the perimeter of the room. The place smells of mold and mildew. There are a couple of bags and crates of random stuff around you.
Can I try and make a link with the orb? Just make sure. Did you come along for the ride?
You mentally reach out and you don't get a response.
It's fine. They haven't gotten here yet. They're probably coming soon. I might as well look around while they're on their way. I'll think to myself. But
How
it
long
needs.
do
I
you
mean,
wait?
I'm gonna look around while I wait. But I think in the back of my mind, I know that another thing in my life has left me.
Can we have an actual 1 minute of real life waiting while Michael and I step away to say goodnight to Matthew real quick? And there not be anything for like less than a minute, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Quickly, go! No, just kidding.
Heavy.
Or I feel bad. But I'm alone.
How do you think I feel? I'll just say, how do you think Killian feels?
I'm just looking ahead at the payoff of how much more connected Kenji will feel if we can get him back. Trying to remain positive here.
Really sorry. I know we don't normally have Matthew on Sundays.
No worries.
No worries at all.
But Michael's also the note taker. So a little important for him to hear it. Okay, we're good.
So, Kenji, what do you investigate first?
I'll look into the crates while I'm just muttering in my head about just people leaving me. Why would I expect anything different? Maybe there's something in here that can help me out.
You pop open the crates and you start digging and going through and throwing things over your shoulder as you're like going. You see what looks to be a thin layer of padding, which is basically just these burlap sacks that have been stuffed full of hay, and these are placed in between what looks to be metal of some kind, ingots. It doesn't look like it's a precious metal. It looks more like steel.
Okay.
Pull it out and hold it for a minute. This one's definitely steel. You put it back, you open up a different crate, and you look through. This one doesn't seem to be steel. It's still not precious, but is more of like a copper almost. Put it back and you go through another thing. Seems to be a lot of different kinds of ingots down here. Pieces of metal. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Oh, I get +2, 21.
As you're going through, in the back, as you're digging around and just trying to preoccupy your mind of like, people are gonna come. They're gonna come. They're gonna come. You see that there's a section that has almost like a loose brick to it. You grab and pull that away. As you do, there is another sack in here, and you reach in, and there is another ingot here, but this is not like the others. This is something else. It is, instead of a straight silver metal or a straight copper colored metal, this is like silver with tinges of blue in it.
Silver
You're not
with tinges
entirely
of
sure
blue?
what it is. Yeah, silver with tinges of blue. You're not entirely certain what it is, but at the very least it was special enough.
And it appears to be a metal, so I could probably put it in the bag of holding.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll
Throw
pack
it in.
it away.
Just
I think that if that's all that I find, I'll like. It's cool that like I found all of these things. He's like, but they're not fucking coming. And I'll just throw Eldritch Blast at the crate and at the burlap sack and just destroy everything that's not valuable that I was looking through.
you're now surrounded by piles of hay that is singed with some sort of strange eldritch energy, piles of broken wood, metal that's now bent and warped. Make perception.
Dirty.
Come to sort of stop. You don't breathe, but you still feel yourself having the impulse of wanting to breathe heavily, despite not being out of breath, because you can't be out of breath, but you still do it anyway. It's a sort of a gut reaction. And as you do, you hear steps coming closer on the other side of the door. Someone seems to have heard what you were doing and was coming to investigate.
Would I put the brick back after I found the thing?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, so the brick would be back. Everything else would be destroyed. The things in the bag of holding. I will, depending on who it is, ready an attack for Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. You're just gonna pass and hold it and wait until you see who it is before you release?
Yeah, just like clenching my hands, just like incredibly angry at the situation. Like I was happy that I was saved, and now I feel like it's just a curse. Like I was removed from my friends. I'm never gonna see them again. What's normally like an octopus-looking thing would glow with like almost like wisps of like red through the tentacles, like with the Eldritch Blast, like jigging into my hands almost to the point that I'm like cutting into them. That's how angry I am.
You hear the door swing. The door swings open, and you see a. God, it's a young-looking individual. They have a softness to their features. As you rush into the room, or as they rush into the room, rather, you see they are maybe 10, 15, or 10 to 12 years old. And they have a sort of a roughness to their features. They are green skin. They have fanged tusks. Short brown hair. Strong for a 12-year-old. Looks like whoever they are, they've been active in their young age. They wear on their person a blacksmith's apron tied tight. You get the sense that this is someone who is who works at a smithery, and that all the stuff that you just destroyed probably belongs to them or the person that they're apprenticing under. As they run in, they're coated with sweat and soot, and it looks like they are still carrying a casting hammer that is way too big for them, but they carry it behind. They, even with their young age, they kind of look like if they really needed to, they could swing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they kind of came down here to do, expecting to see someone breaking in and stealing their stuff. Instead, they see piles of debris and a doll standing in the middle of the room. And they just sort of stop and stare at you, confused.
I will hang my head, fall down onto my knees, and unleash the blast into the floor.
With the two blasts, you see they sort of take a step back, concerned, not sure what they just saw. Or you right? What's happening down here?
Not really. I was with my friends, and somebody with some scissors cut string, I guess, and I ended up falling, and then faster, and I ended up here. Maybe they're supposed to meet me here. Have you seen anybody else?
Kind of paused for a minute. Says, well, Theranin is upstairs, but I don't think. Do you know Theranin?
Do I know Theranin?
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. No, there's more than one person. I mean, of course they wouldn't come. And like my thoughts, because I'm connecting to him telepathically. Maybe he thinks that I'm talking out loud, but or it's just kind of like a rambling, be like, no, of course they wouldn't come. Like, why would they? I've been left again. Who's Theranin?
Oh, he's the blacksmith. He's who I'm apprenticing under. He's the only person I've seen today. Are you all right? Did they leave you? Your friends?
They must have. I'm here now, and I can't find them. It's a different place. Where is here? Maybe it's the same place, but just a different spot.
Here is Kaimel.
Does that ring a bell?
Make a history check.
Okay. Of course. Wow, would be good. I lied. It's +2. 13. Still,
13?
Still not
13
great.
is enough, because Kaimel is a relatively large city, famous for its more ambiguously put pieces of it's kind of a shithole, but it's a shithole for people who like partaking in the vices of mortality. It is a city not of Wildmount, though. It is a city of Taldore, a whole continent away.
Well, it seems that wait, where am I? Where am I from? I'm from Exandria.
Yeah.
Or the land of Exandria.
Exandria is the world. It's like saying Earth.
What's my continent again?
Wildmount.
Wildmount. Well, I just probably just like a little bit away, right? Like Wildmount's pretty close to here, so it'll be quick to get back.
You hear. Are you still looking down at the ground, or have you looked up at the kid?
I haven't looked up yet.
You haven't looked up yet. You hear what sounds like metal on stone, and a moment later, you feel a hand on your shoulder as the kid has come up to you, dropped the mallet, and come up to you.
I'll look up.
As you look up, he kind of quickly pulls you in and holds you for a moment in a hug.
I'll hug him back and start to cry.
He waits for a moment. He waits. At the moment he notices that you're crying, he'll keep holding until you go to let go.
I'm sorry for crying on you after I let go.
He lets go, and as he does, he sort of holds you by the shoulders a bit, so that you're not. He still wants to give like a element of comfort through physical touch, of like just holding your shoulders and making sure you know that someone else is there.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, that's a long ways away, but I'm sure we could get you back. There's caravans that leave Kaimul for Stilben all the time, and I've heard Stilben kind of sucks. I haven't been there myself, but they should take boats back a lot. Where in Wildmount do you need to go?
I need to go to. What's the city we're in again? We just left.
Zadash.
I need to go to.
Left
I need to go to Jeff's house just out of Zadash. Surely. We were just leaving. We're just leaving Zadash. To go and look for something, but I don't know. I don't know if my friends know where I am, and what if we leave now, and then they know where I am, and then we mix it up, and then we don't get there, and then they're here and I'm there, and we're still not together. Do I stay here and figure it out?
You can stay here. We could always use an extra hand. We can keep you here until your friends come. If it's a long ways away, maybe they are still coming. Maybe it's just going to take them a little.
Yeah. Is Theron upstairs right now? Are we downstairs right now?
Yeah, this is the basement. This is where we keep most of our supplies. He kind of, for the first time, looks around at the room and how destroyed it is, and you can see like warped pieces of ingots. You see, he gets a little concerned look on his face and goes, "I think Theron may not be super happy with."
I'm sorry. I can help you clean it up. I can clean it up, and I'll try and I'll go over to one and try and see if I can Eldritch Blast, like if I just hold it, and see if I can like. I don't know.
Make a straight charisma check.
I thought you were gonna say strength, and I was gonna say fuck me, dude. Whereas we're not passing this.
No. We're gonna use your spellcasting ability since you're trying to use magic to do it.
Okay, just a charisma check. It was a
Yeah, just straight
14
charisma.
plus 5, so 19.
Okay. You sort of cause the Eldritch Blast to warp around it as opposed to impact it. And in the warping, it allows it to sort of bend a bit, and it does bend mostly back into straight. And it kind of goes, "Oh, no. He runs over and picks it up. He goes, I mean, these are ingots, right? These can get melted down anyway. It's more of the... It's fine. we
I can
just
clean up. I can clean up the boxes.
yeah, let's stack all the metal in this corner, and then we can just clean up. All right.
Yeah.
He goes to start helping you, and it takes an hour, but eventually you have piled all of the metal in one corner. You've taken all of the wood and placed it in another in like a relatively neat stack. And for the hay that you can put back into bags, you do. And you see the kid has pulled out a needle and thread and is sewing back together some of the bags. And he takes his time to basically do his best to help you out.
Does Unseen Servant, can it do minute tasks like that?
Mhm.
Oh, mending,
Yeah.
folding clothes. Oh,
Yeah.
Do you want to see a cool trick?
Sure.
So before we start, I would have sat down and as a ritual, cast Unseen Servant to help out with some of the stuff. So then does he? You can't see. Well, you can't see the servant. So then I will, as it like pops up, I'll take one of the like burlap sacks, and like kind of, so that you can see him. I will tell the kid, and I'll cut them into like little octopus like legs, and like put it on top of his head, so that when he moves around, he can at least see that there's like a burlap sack octopus moving around. He can help us fix some of this stuff too.
The kid looks amazed and laughs a bit at the show of arcane power that you've just done, and he kind of watches as every time the head turns, the little tendrils sort of that you made of the tentacles kind of whip back and forth. It's like a very much less terrifying version of Davy Jones. And he the three of you, you're able. He takes or gives the thread over because he was good at it, but he wasn't that good. And this Unseen Servant seems to be just more practiced and proficient. Is able to get it done a little faster. So he gives the thread over, and he does most of the heavy lifting. You see, the kid's good with his fingers, but he's certainly he's more of a strong person than he is like a small needle and thread type of a kid. So he helps with the heavy lifting, especially since you're not particularly strong yourself. But I mean, between the two of you, you're able to get a lot of the work done.
Yeah.
Takes an hour, but once all that's done, he kind of wipes his brow again and sits down. Says, I'm sorry, I don't think I even asked your name.
Oh, sorry. I'm Kenji.
Kenji.
What's yours?
Okay.
Odd.
Cannon.
Cannon?
Cannon. He holds out his hand to shake.
Like Canon.
Kannon.
Okay. I will shake his hand. Good to meet you.
It's weird because the first time you had a physical interaction with the kid, you were looking down mostly, and you were a little bit frazzled at the time. Now that an hour has passed and you've allowed yourself to calm down, you look at him in the eye. I want you to make an insight check for me. Do so with advantage if you could.
Oh shit. Okay. Don't fuck me, dice. Alright. Here. I had a 10 and a 17 plus 4 for 21.
He shakes your hand and he smiles. It's weird. You look at him and he looks familiar, almost. You may have seen him before. You're trying to rack your brain as to why or where, and it's not until he reintroduces himself. He says, "Oh, Kenji, it's really good to meet you. Like I said, I'm Cannon, Cannon Rockwell." You look, and he has the same eyes, the same smile. He looks a lot like Killian.
Did you say Rockwell?
Yeah.
Do you have? Oh, of course. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Did you do you have any family in the city? That name sounds so familiar.
Not really, no.
Just sorry, I really don't mean to be rude or offend you. So if it bothers you, you don't have to answer. Are you an orphan then?
He pauses, but he nods.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
That's as far as I'll take it right now. Just asking about him.
It's weird. Because you know Killian died, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But this kid doesn't just look like Killian. You've had conversations with Killian. You've spoken to him in his mind. With that insight check, you're not talking to a brother. You're not talking to a son. You remember the investigation check you made. And on one of those tapestries, there was a young kid standing next to an anvil. A blacksmith's apprentice.
What? Really weird question, Cannon. What year is it? It always escapes me. I always remember, and then I always get it off by one or.
And then alternatively, what year are we in?
Yeah.
Super
Unrelated
casual.
question, but
Yeah, just
Not,
Can I see
not
the-
at all pertinent to what we're doing.
yeah, the equivalent of going to run and find the newspaper.
Chroma Conclave happened in 815. A year later was the end of that campaign, and then 20 years later, so that'd be, we'll say it's 831.
And then do
and
I
you would
remember what
know.
year? Do I would know what year what I came from?
You would. You would have
Okay.
came. The year you would have come from is 836.
5 years. Great, Michael, make a note. That's important information. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they're on their way.
I'm from the future.
I need to have written down all the stocks that I would have invested in that are going to mature, that are going to pop off around that time, just so I can make my million.
Kinji, you think about it. This kid, if he's 10 or 12, he's not going to be nearly as old as Killian is. In
He probably-
5 years.
Yeah, he probably doesn't make it very long because he has to. If what we were hearing, I would have assumed that Killian at some point gets reincarnated by this person, and all of them end in horrible deaths. Do I remember the part of the tapestry on how this happened to the kid?
Make
'Cause
a straight intelligence check because you went through a bunch of them all at once. Let's see if you can remember which one was which.
It's not the worst. 15 plus 2 for 17.
17. It was something about men showing up who were they were looking for something, and then you remember the kid tried to stop them. That's about it.
Okay.
From there,
Hopefully, and I'll switch the subject to, if we're gonna cut from this to somewhere else. Will be, well, thank you. Hopefully, Blacksmith Theranin is okay with their cleanup job. I'd really like to meet him and make a good impression.
yeah, I think he would be. I may have to explain some things, though I don't know how I'm gonna explain you showing up out of nowhere, and also you, how all this stuff got broken, or him. It kind of points to the floating burlap sack.
We don't have to bring him if you don't want to, but he can come back anytime and play, or help. And I can dismiss him, and the octopus would float down to the ground so that the legs kind of just splay out.
With that, he brings you upstairs. He introduces you to Theron. He has a lot of explaining to do. By the end of it, you, at the very least, have found a place to stay for the night. See where that goes.
Okay.
From
and
here.
I'll offer to work off any of the stuff that I broke.
Sure.
Try to pay for it. Cool.
From here, we cut over back to Jeff.
Jeff.
Gillian, as you land, knees on the ground, and you yell as the rage ends, you are heaving with a heavy breath. And all of a sudden, you get lightheaded. Maybe from the scream, maybe from the rush of adrenaline, but you start to feel a little woozy. As you do, your mind wanders for a moment. And you remember something. You remember a long time ago, at some point, you don't know why. You have a memory of a friend that showed up out of nowhere, had broken a ton of shit, and you remember sitting there helping clean it up and helping fix what was broken as best you could. And something about a floating squid. And then your mind comes back to you fully.
Stand up. Both hands on the side of my head, just reeling from what just happened inside this home, as well as this new memory. And I'll look around and just take stock of where I'm at right now and what everyone's doing. Do I see the spark?
You notice on the chair left behind that there is a small, where Kinji was cut from, a small orb sitting sort of rolled into the back of the chair.
I want to walk up to it and grab it to make sure that we have it.
And you walk over and you pick it up. And as you do, you hear it talk to you, and it says, Kenji's gone.
Yes. Kenji is gone.
I don't see him anymore.
We need to find him.
I can try.
Please, whatever you can do.
Okay. And you feel it reach out. And then reach out again. Reaches out a third time. As it comes back, it says, I don't see him anywhere. I even looked. I can't find proof of him either.
What do you mean?
Well, I looked, and he's not. He isn't on Wildmount, and I looked, and the Derringer Brigade, they have a document on you all, just a write up in case they need to contact you ever, right? They have you, and they have Cassandra, they have Yotev, and Aiden, Varnak. They don't have any mention of Kenji anywhere.
What about Persai?
Let me look. Yeah, they have Persai.
Was there anything noted about Persai with a doll?
They noted that Persai died on a mission, and he was buried with all of his effects. It looks like a doll was among those effects, yeah.
Yeah, that's Kenji.
Odd. I don't feel him there.
And you look into my head.
Sure.
Whoa,
What am I looking for?
Killian, are you sure?
We need to find Kenji. Kenji is one of us, and
Yes.
this is my fault.
It's not your fault.
No.
You had to choose or we were all gonna die.
We're all pretty much near death's door right now. Let's not be so quick.
Do you still want me to look?
Yes.
You can take any information you want from any of us on
He,
what and who Kenji is.
He reaches into your mind, Killian. As he does, what do you do?
I'm trying to recall that memory that flashed into my head when I was on the ground. Something stands out about it. Like, why did it just happen now? Out of nowhere. This is not a memory I've had before. I want it to be looked at.
You reach in, or it reaches in, as you remember this moment as best you can.
You only take 10 D10.
It it looks through and it says, I do see. That's Kenji. But that's not you. It is you, but it's not you. Kenji's not here anymore.
Do you know where?
Do. He's in Kaimal, but not our Kaimal.
What's that
What do you
supposed
mean,
to mean?
not our Kaimal?
Like he's not on this plane of existence. And Killian, you feel as though the spark is wishing to show you something, if you would allow.
I will allow it, but I want to leave this house immediately. And I'll
Okay.
turn to the others and say, I don't feel it's safe in here. We should leave.
We can
No,
go in the tent.
let's
It's
go.
safe there. Nothing can get in without my permission.
You
Thank- I think that's a smart decision, Cassandra.
Let's make some distance from the house first before, just in case.
It's almost like I said that before we walked in. But this felt weird.
You leave. You get on the road a little bit. And as you're moving, Killian, you watch that smokestack still stretches into the sky behind you. Even though you've crested a couple of hills and you've put a mile or so between you and it, that smokestack is still there. Still haunting, still reminding you that it's nearby. You open up your mind to the spark to allow it to show you what it sees. And you see yourself in a void. And a dozen strings stretching from you. Different paths, different options, different realities. Kenji's not on this plane. He's not on your version of Exandria. He's in another. One that you, a different you, was born into. You see a younger version of yourself going by a different name, living in a different area, living a completely different life. And you see that, rather, you feel. Actually, make a perception check. The spark will give you advantage, as it will give you the help.
Can any of the rest of us see this, or only him?
It is currently just a moment with the spark.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Rolled too low. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Like this
Okay.
is a good time to do it. Because a 5 is just not gonna cut it. Can I use knowledge from a past life on this moment since I'm kind of tapping into
Absolutely.
that? 29.
29.
Yeah, I wanted to get it as high as possible.
You see, jeez. Killian has a bit of an existential crisis. As you see all of these different threads, and at each point in which they split off, a different choice is made. You walked down a different street. You met a different person. You talked to someone differently. You made a different choice, and a new branch comes off. And you feel, you sense the magic. Whoever that woman was, tampering with multiple of these strings, multiple of these threads. These are not just different times. These are different worlds. Worlds in which you made different choices. Worlds in which people made different choices for you. And in each of them, there's a different version of you. Some better, some worse, some stronger, some happier. And in one of them, you see that Kenji was not sent away to a safe place. He was kept away. He was sent away to a place where he would be kept safe from her, technically, until she needed. Kenji's been sent to the next you, the next version of yourself in line. Should you fail, this is the person that she's going to choose. If you fail, this kid's life gets messed up in terrible ways. Because you see all these other branches, ones where you've died and she has stepped in, forced your body back to unlife, and attempted to make you do her work for her. And in this version, this kid is still here. But should the worst come to pass for him, it's almost like she sent him there to be there for you in your next iteration, in the hopes that Kenji, since that's the person you chose, the person you chose to save, Kenji gets to be the person with you in this next life, this next stream of consciousness that you're going to be forced into. So you have this realization, this really dark, messed up realization. The spark lets that vision fade. And you're left, your eyes go from staring into the distance watching this. Your eyes come back to the real world, the world that you're living in. And it's still fixated on that smoke in the distance. With that, we're gonna wrap up for the night.
What? No.
Fuck
Holy
Jeff.
shit. What a session. Wow.
What a tripping session.
Yeah.
What a tripping session.
So,
Thank you guys for playing.
Fucking A+. That was fucking amazing.
That was a much better Jeff this time, though.
well,
Yeah. Better
I
in
don't
some
know.
ways.
I liked the other one.
The other one
All
gave
right,
us
all.
bacon.
I'm OEF5. I'm sorry. I'll go first. You can see me on the socials at OEF5 Outlaw, but I got to get up in the morning. So love y'all. See ya next week. I hope. Right? Maybe? Question mark.
I'll be
That's
here.
the plan, I think.
Yeah. We
All
don't
right.
have anything.
Happy New Year, all. We'll see ya.
Have a good night.
Are we all signing off then? Since Jack did?
Mm.
I'm Lady Brittany. That's
I don't
my
have
husband
anything.
Michael. He does nothing.
I am Step Freak.
And I'm the ghostly embodiment of researcher Ryan, whose camera for whatever reason is glitching because bad weather.
Eating pasta currently.
Yeah.
That's what your thing says. I'm Fragenwagon. Variety of things. GBL on twitch.tv/Fragenwagon. Otherwise, the Fragenwagon on Twitter. Wow. And Snooky, where can other people find you?
You can't. I don't stream. I don't do YouTubes. I don't even own Twitter anymore. But I guess if you really, really are desperate to watch more Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday nights, Fragan and I get into different kinds of fights with one another as fellow players on Empoleon Dynamite's Twitch stream. If you're interested in more D&D.
Nice.
There you
Until next time, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you done?